Bruce, this was such a great role for you. Chief Dandridge was another hard, great sci-fi role for you. Was there something about this particular series that made you want to be a part of it?
Universal doesn't hurt. Peacock is Universal. Universal did Army of Darkness. They did Burn Notice. They did Hercules and Xena. I have a long history with Universal, so that always is going to get my attention. Of like, okay, Universal, I know those guys. They love horror. Universal's known for horror movies historically, so that's always good. But the writing is what did it. It was a very three-dimensional character who talks to teenagers. Not He doesn't talk down to them. He's very logical. He's compassionate. He'll listen. And he's a good cop. I love that. What's not to love about that?
Well, your on-screen daughter Jessica sends you her love, but I was wondering, were you looking forward to sharing scenes or scenes with someone in particular?
Yeah, Anna Camp. She plays, this creeper in the show. And I have some of my favorite scenes with her where, part of a cop's job is to do interviews, and you try and subtly get information out of them, and you try and catch him in a lie. And he does. He catches her one or two times, and she goes, mm. And Anna's a great actress, and she's really a lovely person. I want more with Julie Bowen because I didn't have that much with her, but she's awesome. And boy, she earned her money on this one.
You and Liam Neeson have a particular skill set when it comes to work that you do. No pun intended. But was there a scene in this particular series that you're most proud of the work you put into? Certainly the finale is epic.
I leave that for the pundits. My job is to take the words and to sell it to the audience and make them believe that it's real. That's my only job here. So uh, good writing makes my job easier. So as long as they have good writing, I'll show up. That's really it. It's not the studio, it's not the other actors, it's the writing. That's all any actor should ever care about now. And TV writing has gotten way better. Knots Landing was my first TV. And let me tell you, that was crappy writing.
You're just a wonderful action adventure kind of guy. Are you looking forward to working again in some more comedic roles, or is this just a niche you love to do and you'll go there every time?
Um, I go where the words are. No one's writing big fat parts for guys who are 66. So I just made a movie with my wife in June in my little town here. I wrote a part for myself. I wrote a big fat starring role for myself at 66. And so if that's what you have to do, it's what you have to do. So I look for the writing, even if it's my own. You look for the good words because a good script, you'll make a good movie. A bad script, you'll never make a good movie out of a bad script.
Well, certainly Hysteria, we mentioned the pundits have probably told you what a great series this was and what a fun watch it turned out to be. What do you think it was, though, about Hysteria that made it such a quick fan favorite show?
The characters are good. I like the teenagers even. They're teenagers I would mind hanging out with. I like the setting, 80s, so that no one's doing LOL, the killer's right behind you. Oh no, LOL. That's too easy. All that stuff, you'd have to have it up on the screen. That's boring. This is like if they're not home, that phone's just gonna ring. And there might be a busy signal. You're gonna have to go knock on a door. This chief of police, he goes and knocks on doors, and there's ashtrays on all the desks, there's multiple line phones, paper and pencil, and the cars are terrible. They were all these boxy 80s cars. The 80s cars were terrible, and now we're driving 30-year-old crappy cars. So the ones we have to drive on the show are even worse. Now they're old crappy cars. So but the period stuff is fun.